What's going on, traders? Are you guys ready to get back to the trading action? Of course, you guys are here live trading with Benzinga. Who's ready to make that money today? Will we see a turnaround in the market? We had a small leak this morning. Of course, I took some shots to the short side on Friday. Let's see if I get a reward or do I get smacked here at the open? Only one way to find out. Stay tuned right here on Live Trading with Benzinga.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Those words have been dancing around my head all night. Oh, it's Vegas lore, that phrase.
All right, traders, let's get to the trading action. Let me know in the chat, what are you guys looking to trade today? And smash the like button if you guys are ready to get a nice winner today. And of course, let me know what's on your radar. Is it a stock that has a news? Is it a stock that has a technical setup? What is on your radar to trade today? We'll definitely take a look right here on Live Trading with Benzinga. Of course, I got my man today, Zunaid, with me. And like always, we're going to try to do our best. Ryan will be out a little bit today, so definitely smash the like button for that. Because guess what? My man had too good of a time playing a little bit of golf. So guess what? He's going to take a little bit of a backseat today. He's still going to be working, but just won't be here for live trading. You guys smash the like out there for Ryan having a good time. Can't blame him at all, man. I hope he had a good golf session. I'm going to have to hear about how he did. I hope he beat Andrew Weiss out there. Shout out to my man, Andrew. I know he works hard in the background. Doesn't get too many shout outs on shows. How we doing this morning, Zunaid?
Doing well, man. Exhausted completely. So we're gonna watch what we trade and what size we take, just to make sure we properly take positions with the mental.
Dude, did you have a weekend or did you have a bender this weekend?
Dude, it's been a fun one for sure. Like I fell asleep at I think 4 o'clock yesterday. Or I guess last night. So yeah, it's we're a little groggy this morning. So
hey,
we're gonna.
You know what they say, man? There ain't no rest for the wicked, and money don't grow on trees, Zunaid. So we got mouths to feed. Let's go get it, baby. Let's get it.
Let me go ahead and here, I'll go ahead and start things off. Then you can go ahead and piggyback if you'd like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go ahead and talk about the spies. We can see kind of get a little bit of a gap down here. We'll see how it actually goes ahead and plays out nonetheless. Let's go to the 30-minute on this one. You can see you had a little bit of resistance right around this area, which is kind of where we bounced from. Matter of fact, if I could, I would actually go ahead and say right around here is kind of like the resistance area that we had, but then it came back and held as support. So call this a bit of a zone for support and see if it wants to kind of continue holding this at around this 437.40 area or so. If we do go ahead and come back in this one, might be a decent idea to go ahead and go long with a stop loss underneath. Let's just call it 436.50s or so. So that's what I've got on the SPY on terms of support. Let's go ahead and check out the cues. Hungover? No, not hungover. I've never had a sip of alcohol in my life just yet. Just exhausted.
Hungover on life, baby. Hungover on life. Having too much, man. Having too much of life. You can't be mad about that.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and check out the cues here. Not much that I personally see on the cues besides, of course, the support that you had in pre-market, which is around this 365 area. Let's go ahead and mark that puppy right around there. We can see how things play out on this side of things, but not much that I personally like on the cues. So not going to set any alerts besides this one on the cues to the downside area. Let's go ahead and check out Apple. We had talked about this area, which, look just how beautifully it went ahead and held on Wednesday on that bounce to that 182 and then moved to the upside as well. So that was really nice to see on Apple, but let's go ahead and get rid of that because that's kind of old news for now. You're above this 184.35 area at the moment. We'll see how it kind of recovers. Not much clean support and resistance for me. So unfortunately or fortunately, I'm going to go ahead and skip this one here as well. AI, nice little breakout from the trend line that we had drawn a couple of days ago. It never really came back to fully back tested whatsoever either. and then just continues to move to the upside on this one. We'll see if we can get over this 46 area or not. You can see how it kind of held on as support, then it kind of cracked, never really got a free test, and now that same area is holding on as resistance. And so we'll see if that kind of comes back down or not. So let's go ahead and check out a little bit of Amazon. This one, you've got a much clearer picture here on Amazon at this 124 area. So if it does go ahead and crack, and if the markets are weak, this could be a decent short to at least go ahead and visit the 122s and then maybe even the 120s. So keep an eye on this one. We're going to go ahead and set our alert below 124 on ticker AMZN. Let's go ahead and check out BABA. This one has been hot for the past few days, as you can tell. Obviously, didn't quite get to the $100 area for me to go ahead and try to short it, but I am going to actually see if we can set an alert around this. There we go. Just in case it gets up there and I'm not paying attention to BABA itself. Should go ahead and find some support around 88 bucks if it does want to go back down and test it, but we'll see if it even gets below that far or not. Currently about trading 90 bucks or so. Let's see what's going on with Google. What is that, 122s? Yeah, so 122s is holding on its support mainly. See if it cracks this one, I'd be interested in kind of going short on Google, ticker GOOGL. Let's see if there's anything else here. Just a nice consolidation for, what is that? It's like 10 bucks for the past few months or so. All right, let's come back down to the 30-minute. All right, let's go ahead and check out Meta. This one had a really nice move. I really thought that with the Apple stuff, it would have gone down. But I mean, ever since then, I guess people just think that the price point is way too big of a difference, and people just love the Oculus itself to go ahead and purchase that since it's at a lower price point. But as you can see, we've got this 275 area right over here. I would say right around, I'd say kind of like right around here. Could be a support area for Meta if it does want to come on down and test it. As you can tell, you had resistance, 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 resistance. Finally, as it popped up, you found support at that area and moved to the upside. So if we can go ahead and come back down to test it a second time, we'll see if it does go ahead and hold on Meta. Let's go ahead and check out Microsoft. Yeah, you've got Microsoft. Nice. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. On Microsoft, again, similar thing, right? You had resistance, 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 resistance. Finally, when it blasted through, it held on its support here in the pre-market. So this 338 area should hold its support. If it does want to come back and test it in the regular session, which starts in about 13 minutes. I'll go over PayPal again. Or I'll go over PayPal. I haven't gone over it just yet. On Nvidia, we're waiting for this crack of 436.59s. That's what I was waiting to play on Friday, but obviously we never got it. We just got a little bit of a move to the downside in the afternoon session. But this 420 is holding on as support at the moment. And so that's kind of the range that it's been in for me. We'll see which way it wants to go ahead and crack. If it does want to go ahead and break above, we'll try to go ahead and grab some 450 calls, give or take, on this one. Let's go ahead and see what's up with Tesla. Didn't quite want to come back down and test the 250s on Friday. You've got resistance area right around here of this 263. We'll see if it gets a chance to pop above that, but ultimately you've got this 265 there as well. In terms of support, not much that I perfectly see on this one, so I'm going to leave this one alone for now. Let's see if there's anything on CAVA. This is the IPO that just happened a few days ago. Might grab this one for lunch actually later this week. I've got halal guys in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and get out of that. Let's see if there's anything on Carvana. Nope, not for me. All right. Let's see. What was it? It was PayPal. I apologize if I'm a little sluggish this morning, along with sounding like I'm sick. Again, not sick, just exhausted. Let's see. Let me go ahead and get rid of these. Let's go ahead and go to the daily. Because the reason I want to go to the daily is because I remember I was talking about this area. There it is. So we had this area that held on as support once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and then finally it cracked, right? So now it kind of comes down to, hey, where are we going to face resistance, if any? And to me, it's around this $68 area. So let's go ahead to the 30-minute for now. Let's go to the 4-hour. Yeah, so I'd want to see us kind of clear the $68 area and maybe move to the upside. And then you've got resistance around this 71 or so before you go ahead and have some little bit of trouble. Let's see if there is anything in terms of that. And then intraday, you've got that. Yeah, I would go ahead and see if you can get a pop-up up. If I was looking to trade PayPal, I would look to see if we can go ahead and get above 68, base a little bit, and then have my stop losses around 66 or so. And especially if we can get any unusual options coming into this one, maybe we can go ahead and play this one to the upside itself. But obviously, it's been on a downtrend. It's looking to break that. Let's see if we can just get a clean line drawn. Closest thing to that would be like, oops, not that. Let's see if we can break that. This is the daily on it, but those are the levels that I have, is that $68 area. See if we can go ahead and crack it and stay above on that one. Let's see if there's anything else in the chat. SPY levels. We already went over the SPY, but I can go over it again. It's this 437.40 area for me, to see if we can go ahead and find a little bit of support around here. If we can, great. If not, I'd be interested in shorting below this one, 437 area or so on the SPY. Let me know if there's any other tickers in the chat that y'all would like for me to go over. Microsoft, we went over it earlier, but this 338 area, as you can see, you had resistance, 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 held on as support here in pre-market. Palantir. Oh, man. You know what's crazy is also the meetings that we had yesterday are scheduled for today, so it's going to be a long day for me today. All right, Palantir, obviously on an uptrend for the past few days. Is this the one where 15? Yeah, it was. It's right there. Duh. All right. $15 was holding on as, or was resistance, and you've got it holding on as support now. As long as you can go ahead and have this trend line bouncing around it, I would think you're safe, because you've got a touch point of at least 1, 2, if you want to count this pre-market, 3, 4, and it's continuing, right? So you've got resistance clearly here at 17, and you've got this trend line drawn here as well. So I think you get tighter and tighter as you continue the days, and it's going to pop one way or another. So if you'd like to play it, if I was in your shoes and I cared about this one, I would go ahead and try to buy it closer to this trend line, and on a break of it and a close of 15 minutes or so, I would go ahead and get out. Or you want to just wait, go ahead and set your alerts above 17, or go ahead and set your alerts on this trend line break. You can maybe play it to the downside as well. What's up?
What's up? What's up, man?
You
Just getting ready for the market.
No, you're good. I thought you made a noise to come in. Anyway, let's see if there's anything else. AAOI.
AAOI.
All right. Let's see what we've got here. $5 is obviously the easiest thing that I can see here. You had resistance on Friday a couple of times, and you had a pop above. So I would say see if $5 holds. Stop loss for me would be a crack of about 480. So that would be like a risking of about 22 cents or so. And then you would want to try to get at least 520s to the upside in terms of profit, and then come on back down. Let's go ahead and check out Mara. $10. So we talked about Mara yesterday, not yesterday, excuse me. I believe on Thursday when we were talking about this $10 area that it kept trying to crack, and now it's obviously held $10. So if you are trying to play this one, I think the closer you get to 10, the better. Matthew, yeah, I did go over PayPal. It said around $68. You want to wait for that crack in base, as that was the previous support, which cracked, and then you're facing a resistance. But I'll try to go over if we have a few minutes again. $10 is where if this goes ahead and tests it in the regular trading session, might be a good idea to grab it. Risk maybe about 20 cents or so on Mara. And then we have resistance coming up at this 1065, 1050 area after that as well. Let's see what else we've got. AAO, I think I did go ORCL, Oracle. Let's see what we've got on Oracle. 124s, you can see resistance there, held on a support. So I would say the closer you can get it to 124, the better. Then you've got resistance at this 128 area as well. And this is the 1 hour chart that I've got. Obviously, you're going to see the same thing on the 30-minute as well. So you can see resistance, held on at support, and to the upside we go. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, I'll just go over PayPal again here. So if we go to the daily again, looking all the way left, you had resistance, excuse me, you had support, 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 support. Then you finally had that gap down where it flushed. Didn't quite give you the retest, as you can see right there. I have my alert set to still short this one from way back when, but never really got it. Pops up, and now we're trying to face that same area around 68 or so to move to the upside and see if we can get right back above it. And then if we can, then you've got this 71 area to go ahead and test out as well. Let's see what else. Yeah, UPST. We definitely have to cancel some meetings today, Mitch. No question about it.
One of those days, baby.
Oh, man. And like the weather isn't, I mean, it's not.
Oh,
like,
the weather's not helping. I'm with you. I'm with you, Zunaid. I got
it's
rain
like a little
all
cloudy.
week long, man. All week long. It's like, come on. Do you just want me to sleep all day?
Yeah, exactly. Ryan is coming back from a nice golf trip, so
Yeah, he's on a golf trip. He's enjoying life more than
driving.
Zunaid and I. I hope so.
Yeah, he's driving back, so we want to have him risk driving back at night, so he's driving back today.
All right, guys. I'll tell you a little bit about my swing action here. I'll go to some stock action here. Of course, I'll be looking at Moo today to see if I can bounce back. I'm at 575 now. Took 3 hits in a row, but at least they're measured, right? And that's the fun part of staying measured, is that you're able to continue bouncing back. So right now we got to just battle back in June, right? We've been going up, down, up, down. Let's keep it going. Let's see what we can do for June. We're still in the green for June. And let's keep pushing forward in the Moo account. Now, Tesla today, of course, I was short over on Friday. This morning, I was banking this morning down to 256. So we'll see what happens today. It's back there to 261. Will it get a pop here out the gates? Yeah, I think we might get a pop towards 262.25, but I'm really going to look for another turnaround back below 261. We'll see what happens in Tesla today, see if I can get in the green there. I'm deep in the green with the SQQQ. I did take a shot on that from 1907. So you can see we're at 1970s. So looking really good on the SQQQs for the swing trade action there. XOM and Chevron, my oil swings, looking beautiful here. Still have yet to take some profits on XOM from 108.42, now down to 104.63, up almost 4 points on the name. Going to look for this to come down and eventually break 100. But once I get through the 104s today, I will take some profits in XOM. Same thing for Chevron, all the way down to 156.25 already. Looking pretty there. And another one that I went short on over the weekend, Zscaler, already down a significant amount. I'm going to look for this one to really kind of crush down. We'll see what happens on this one, ZS. And, of course, we'll take a look at the SQQQ. Can I able to take some profits in there? AU is one that I am in the red. So there's 2 swing trades in the red, and we have 4 in the green. So that's what we want to be doing, is just managing that, right? And I think that that's really the approach here that really matters. We'll see what happens towards the bell. Will we get another lift? It's 8. It's 9:29. We got about 45 seconds to the bell here. You guys smash the like. Let's find out what we can able to get in the market today. Of course, I'll be watching like energy, continued downside. I want to look for tech kind of getting wrecked, really. But we'll see. Can we keep climbing this wave? We could just keep climbing. We were watching the climb back earlier in the day. Let's find out what happens towards the bell.
All right, we've got about less than a minute left to go. So good luck to everybody. Again, like I said, well, I should probably log into my broker here. There we go. Yeah, feeling a little sluggish for me, so I'm gonna kind of take it a little easy, wait for the setups to come to me more than ever.
Yeah, can't blame you on that outlook.
And here we go. Best of luck. Let's go ahead and check out the SPY to start things off. And of course, right as I say that, I kind of want to take a stab at SPY here. Let's see, am I actually going to or not? Well, being sluggish, also, you just go ahead and make decisions you typically wouldn't make, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Always just, I like to keep it days on days like that, just a little bit smaller size, right? Like you mentioned, that's a great way of avoiding disaster, right? It's just, hey, I'm not so sharp today. I could still take trades, just don't want to be risking as much as I normally do.
I'm going to go ahead and take a chance. Just 50 shares on SPY here at 437.20s, as it's in that zone that I have marked over here. Let's see.
What about forward in the chat mention? We'll take a look at that. And I got you, Jordan. Just give us a little bit of time towards the open, and we'll definitely take a look at stocks you guys mentioned in the chat. You guys see anything moving fast, let us know. I'm willing to trade it. We got some moo trades ready to go. Just got to go ahead and catch the stocks. Best performing areas, I see some SPACs up, robotics, C3 AI, SoundHound AI getting up a little bit. We'll see if we get a pop here.
My stop loss on here. Let me go ahead and adjust it here so I can tell you in a moment. What do we have here? This 436.78. I'm going to have my stop loss at the break of approximately 437s, call it that. And again, I'm looking to take gains at approximately 437.84s. So we're up about, what is that, 40 cents on the trade at the moment. Now it's testing VWAP. So I got to put the 1 minute up. Come on. There we go. We're doing pretty well on it. We're green on it.
All right, almost to its profit takes in XOM down to 104.28. It's going to look for that 104 crack to take some profits. Order out or at the 104.04. Chevron, nice little down move in that one. I do want to take some profits in that one as we start coming down here.
Tesla with a nice move to the upside to start things off. And what do you know? It's coming up to the Friday's high and had a little bit of resistance. We'll see if it's able to get over that or not. We're about 40 cents in the money on our SPY trade. So for me, that's only about 22 bucks. But hey, that'll pay for CAVA, and I got to sneeze. Hang on.
All right, trying to take some profits here off of the bid here on Chevron. Just need a slight tick down to take the profits here. Going to probably modify and just take it.
All right, took my gains.
There we go.
On the SPY, I'm out.
Money, bro. Good. That's what I'm talking about. There you go.
Yeah.
I took money in Chevron. You taking money out there. We taking money. At first, I'm always going for the swing trade action, trying to take some money in here. So took Chevron, a little profit there. Also looking to take XOM. There we go. Just got hit there through the 104s. So there you go. The oil's paying off right there to the downside. So just going to continue watching oil to the red, taking some profits in those and having a good day starting off here. Tesla taking off there. That's where I got to be careful. I'm really close to stopping out here, but I'm going to give it a chance to spike up here, but we'll look to see if it comes right back down.
All right, let's see. So, but, just so folks at home, you can understand why I took this trade and where I took it. And again, it's just because we had resistance, support. So I had deemed to myself that this area was going to hold on to support. So as soon as I saw it kind of in the middle of it, I went ahead and took a chance. If I was feeling good, if I was feeling energized, I definitely would have taken at least 100 shares and a couple of contracts, but I literally only took 50 shares and I made $33.04.
Out on AU, got stopped out on that one. Could get stopped out on Tesla really quickly.
For those of you that might be wondering, hey, why am I not trading on a TradeStation? It's because I have a Apex account that I'm going to log into here in a second. I just don't remember the password. It's on my Mac. And to switch between two different types of accounts, it's just a pain in the bum. So just FYI on that one. Matter of fact, I should probably move the money from my TradeStation. Oh my God. Ooh, nice. Someone else added another meeting. No, you didn't. Okay. All right. Next resistance area is obviously right here where it's currently passing above. It says 265. Would expect Tesla to make a little bit.
Just triggered out at that 265 there. So taking a hit there on the swing trade action and a little bit of a bigger hit there on Tesla. Still in the green from the overall trading on Tesla in the last week, but definitely taking a hit right there. And it's kind of sucky because in the morning in the pre-market, maybe could have just covered and taken the gains. I was looking for a little bit of a bigger swing there in Tesla. Back up to 265, of course. We got some news this morning that went right against me. The stock looked great. But when you get news against you, that can easily happen.
Yeah, I'm curious if I want to take a quick stab at it. Here, we'll just try. Yeah, it's not the best setup though. Yeah, it is. Okay. All right, we'll just try it. We're going to go short just 25 shares on Tesla. My short average is about 265 on the dot. My stop loss is going to be about $1 for $1.
All right, just going to continue riding the SQQQs, the XOM, Zscaler short. And just keep riding the swing trades that are in the green.
All right, stop loss for me is 266.01. Come on, why are we doing that?
All right, I do see that we are getting a little bit of an up move here. I'm going to look to see if we get a 945 turnaround right back to the downside. We'll see what happens. No guarantees. Anyway, I'm looking to see if we reject the 15-minute action from Friday, which is a point like down towards like 367.87 and come right back down. Might add to the SQQQs as they're pulling back here.
Come on. What we got? All right. My focus is on Tesla. Here, let me go back to Tesla. I'm gonna look to take gains around 264. So since I risked $1, I'm looking to gain $1 at least. So 264 is right around here. Actually, I don't even need to do that. All right. Now we're about 50 cents away from getting stopped out on Tesla.
All right, we'll see what happens here. Taking a look at the pullback there and the SQQQs, looking to see if I can get a little bit of a pullback ad fill towards the 35s, but it's bouncing right now up the 50s. I kind of bounced near that 47, using prior resistance as support right now. I'm looking for a little cut down below that. And we'll look to add to my SQQQ swing. Want to ride this up a little bit higher, especially if I could get it through 20. It'd be a really nice win there for us in the SQQQ. So I'll see what happens there. I'm going to keep battling. I'm also going to be looking to see any small names kind of make a move. But for right now, it's maybe looking at like SOX S reversal or something like that for the move trade.
VCIG. Obviously, you've got volume there. The 350s, you can see kind of like that resistance area holding on as support. So that would have been the best way to go. Obviously, that's also kind of hindsight. Yeah, I would go ahead and wait maybe a crack of 450s, or if it wants to come back and test this resistance area, excuse me, support area of this 350. Not sure what the best play on this one would be, but you'd be risking about 50 to 60 cents. Still in the Tesla trade, haven't gotten stopped out.
When I look around at sectors, I see technology up, consumer cyclical down. The only sector that's up from the open is technology. Overall, everything's in the red. But there is one sector in the green from the open. That's technology. I'm looking at the leading stocks to see if they can hold on today. CRM is a nice reversal there. We'll look to see what happens. They are pushing a little bit higher, at least CRM is.
All right, so here's my Tesla trade, right? It's about to go up, and there it is. I heard the notification on it. All right, we're going to go ahead and flatten that trade. As I did go ahead and get stopped out as the high was 266.04.
The Tesla Dragon.
I'm going to laugh if it comes all the way down, but nonetheless, I did get stopped out, so we're going to move on from that one.
Yeah, I know how it goes, bro. I gave it a little bit too, to that 265. You gave it one more point. Can't blame you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're trying to take it down, and it's just the news, bro. It's not even like the price action itself. You could tell it in the pre-market. It wanted to crack, but I mean, if it's going to come out with news, that's where we got to be careful.
Yeah. Mullen, there's not much here that I like. Sorry. It's just been on a downtrend. I think they might have even had a reverse split. I mean, there's not much there. I apologize if you're still holding on to this one.
Chevron down to 155 there, so we'll just continue riding those oil trends to the downside. We'll see what happens there. Could look at maybe drip as a potential to the upside. That was one that we talked about on Friday. That was actually by 1410s. It's up there to 1450s today.
Well, Tesla went ahead and stopped me out by 4 cents and then dropped $1. Name of the game, I guess. But anyway, we took an L on that trade.
All right, looking to see what else is going to get into the green today. It doesn't look like a green day, but we're still seeing it right now.
Yeah, you've got a few stocks. You've got Apple, you've got AI, you've got Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla. They're definitely still in the greens.
Yeah, just like we've seen it, right? A couple of stocks leading this push up right now because it's just a couple. I feel like the SPY shows that, right? Because you got the SPY coming down here.
I'll be back in 2 minutes. I got to tweet our Trader Bacon show stuff. I'll be right back.
You got it, man.
I'll put your charts up.
All right, we'll see what's going on here. I got the SQQQs that I'm looking to add on a little bit more of a pullback here, just a little bit more, and then I'll start to add towards the 1934s. Of course, this is a swing for me, so I'm just looking to increase this. I could also look to get the Moomoo account and take a shot there with the SQQQs today. So near that 1930s, I got no problem taking a shot there. So I'm coming back down here into the 15-minute range of Friday, looking to see if this can hold and then take a shot here. So we'll see what happens here. We've gotten about what? About 1, 2, 3. We got the fourth on the 1 minute. If I want to take it here, I can add here and then look to see if it comes right back up. I'm going to look for one more down action below the 45s. But we're near that 945 reversal. Will we see a takedown here on the Qs and a takedown on the SPY? That's why I'm trying to play this move here. We'll see what happens, team. I'd like to see one more takedown attempt here, but it looks like it's holding up here on the 1 minute. This is the 1 minute on the SQQQs. I'm looking for a slight tick in here into the 40s. Just trying to reverse right now off this 1950s. Let me see the action here from Moomoo. Let me see how the volume is coming in here. All right, so I'm going to pull up Moomoo here for you guys to take a look at that. There you guys see this. Guys see that bouncing off the 45s right now. There's some pretty good support here, especially towards the 47s and below in the 45s. So I'm looking for one more takedown attempt here, and then going to look to see the bid just kind of really load up here. See if we can get one more takedown attempt and then see the Qs reverse to the downside. So I'm also going to set up here to get Moo action here going. So looking like 35s will be kind of the starting buy there. I'm going to probably buy about half. And we'll fight, since we can get up to about almost 30 shares, I'll go fight 10 shares at first. Just trying to unlock the trade, get ready to go here, like always. So now I'm already kind of really ready for this little pullback. I'm going to look for the Qs to jump up here for just a second, maybe get towards near the top, come right back down here. We'll see if that happens. If I do, I'll start to add in and take a shot here. Zscaler is another one that I want to add here to see what happens, to see if we get a takedown in the Qs eventually. I'm going to wait on Zscaler because it still has such a bullish trend on the day. I want to look to get cracked down back below that 153. SQQQ's pulled back there to the 45, caught some bid action there. Now we're looking at some bidding really coming in here towards the 50s, and to take the 1950s here. All right, so for the swing trade, I'm going to go ahead and try to add a little bit here, but I'm still looking for a little bit more pullback for the Moo. There's a little bit of a pullback right now. We just got it real quick. There's 45s coming. I would like a slight tick towards like the 40s or 30s. Now we're seeing a lot more bidding action lining up here. So I'm going to look to see if we can really get this to cut down into the 40s, pick up all that volume that's trying to get on that bid side, and then see it come right back up. So still haven't added here. Just try to watch it. All right, what are you guys taking a look at out there? 15-minute squeeze on the SPY, AVGO coming back up, Apple. You guys look like you guys are looking at that bullish move right now, and it looks like it's holding right now. We'll see if they can keep going. There goes W mentioned in the chat. We'll see what happens there. Slight little bottoming there on the SQQQs. Looking for that slight tick down still.
All right, I'm back. What do we have here? Let's go ahead and see if our Tesla would have done anything. So yeah, Tesla wouldn't have hit our take gains, so I can't be too mad about getting stopped out by 4 cents. Here's the 1-minute chart as it's looking to break those highs again.
Love pulling back a little bit there. CCL trying to go up again today. I don't know if it's gonna be able to have the wheels.
Higher day
SPY
on
right
Tesla.
at VWAP.
Yeah,
Q's trying to make that 368 move. I'm going to look to see if we reject right now off of 368 and come right back down.
Oh, let's see what else we can.
Getting that hard pullback here. Take some shots soon here.
Yeah, look at that. Nice hold, Carvana. Goes and hold on to this. Let's see what Mars is doing.
Order out to get some here. SQQQs on Moo. We'll see if we get it here. You guys smash the like button like always. We'll find out if I do get the entrance there. I put it at 1935. We just got off that 1934. Let me see if I get a little pullback entry fill here for Moo. Come on, man. Give me that nice little bottom fill.
On Mara, you got resistance right at that 1065 to the dot that we went ahead and drew a resistance area on based on these. So right around there, you got a nice smack of about 13 cents or so. VCIG running. Let's see. Did it ever come back down to test the 50s? No, it came to 60s. Made a higher low. Move to the upside to make a higher high.
All right. Trying to get this ad here. Trying to get in. Come on, man. That's such a good buy there. Should have got filled there. Just went off the bid there. Just didn't get me by a single penny there.
Let's see.
Canceling for now. Looking for a little bit of a pullback, but not getting it. Already off 10 cents there for the SQQQs. Looking for some kind of pullback there, but we'll see if I'm able to get it or not. I feel like I timed it perfectly and I was just off a penny there, so we'll see if I'm able to get these moo entrants.
You got a question about where your stop is for your SQQQ trade.
So one thing that I would do is I'd look at the hourly and then the levels down below it. So 34s were kind of like the support there. You got an extreme there towards 31. So I'd look for kind of 1925 to be the risk out there, about 10 cents off of that 1934.
Gotcha.
Then what are we looking at? We're looking at about a 35-cent move higher towards 1975. I'm a little annoyed that I didn't get that entry, man. That's a little frustrating. But I'm trying to be patient and not chase it on the Moo account. I can add on the SQQQs here, at least for the swing trade. That's what I'm going to try to do. There you go. Just got a little bit there added. Now I'm up there towards 1917 average entry. So I could still hold off of 1917s on the swing trade. The day trade would be a little bit tighter. It's already there to 46, man. I might have to step up to the 1950s. That's going to be a little frustrating because then now I'm already what about 15 cents in the reward where I should be, and then with the entry. That's a little frustrating, especially when you almost got the bottom.
Let's see if I can do.
But it's nothing but bid action since then, so I don't think I might even get a chance to the 34s again. I'm going to try to see if it comes back down there, but can't overextend myself right now.
By the way, on Apple, this is just a 4-hour chart. So this is a trend line that I'd drawn, I think, over the weekend or sometime. So it's continuously been to the upside since the start of the year, right? If this goes ahead and cracks, then I think that's where you want to try to go ahead and really size into a short. But till then, you just want to get those moves in between. But so far, it's been on a nice little uptrend.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating here. I'm going to have to probably step up to the 1950s if I want it in the Moo account. Probably going to stay off of it for my rules, especially since I haven't been doing too great in the Moo account. Wanted a good entry there, had a good entry, put it out there, just didn't get the fill. Can't be upset about that.
Where is my...
Look for other stocks to kind of come down here. We'll look to see if that happens.
Check something real quick.
Let's see if Microsoft can turn around and come back down here.
Let's see if there's anything here on these. There's not. Let me see the PayPal move. I didn't see this earlier. That's so on PayPal. Sorry, folks. I'm very sluggish today. On PayPal, you have a couple of options that had come in that I would define as unusual. You had a $71 call is expiring this week. They put in approximately about 50 grand plus into this one. So $71 calls. They purchased them at around 40 cents or so. So as you popped up, maybe I want to take a shot at this one actually. Where would my stop loss be low a day? Okay. Let me pull up my broker if I can. Come on, log in. Thank you. Where's PayPal? Take about 2. Stop loss will be a crack of about 66.90. Looking to take
A little
gains.
frustrated, man. Should have had that moo trade. It's to 1956. Would have been a really nice trade there, guys. We were already up about 20 cents. Almost got the bottom of the day, Phil. I mean, I went after 1935s. It went to 1935. Can't be upset about it. It is what it is. Just didn't get to fill. The swing trade's still on there, so at least I can be happy about that. But now going to look to see the Qs just crack down. I'll be looking for stocks to break down here and come in after some names.
All right, let's see. So I'm in PayPal here. Stop loss is low a day. So I'd be out at approximately 66.75 crack. I would look to take gains at around 69 or so. If we can get right back up, my entry is 67.67. So that's one option that you had come in. Another one on PayPal were the 67.50 calls that came in on PayPal, and those were approximately about $500,000 worth or so. So if you're trying to swing trade it, I definitely think it's a good candidate. I'd say a stop loss, maybe a crack of like the 65s, you know? I'd say if it cracks 65, go ahead and get out of it if you're looking to swing trade this puppy.
Zscaler looking good now, starting to break down. Of course, that's one of the swing trades that I have to the downside. So looking to see, starting to see stocks break down here. There goes the Qs, A and B going down lower. I'm going to look for stocks to just start breaking down. You could even maybe look at it potentially maybe a short of Nvidia, but that's a little bit risky. Could look at maybe Adobe as being more of a short outlook here. I'm going to take a small risk here in Adobe. The only thing is it's a pretty big risk there. It's about $2, $3 on the risk side. I'm going to take a shot there. All right, I'm going to short swing Adobe here. Got there 489.34s, but I got to have to risk about almost 3 or 4 points here towards 493s. So taking an Adobe short here off of this kind of turnaround look here. Could see it kind of rejecting this topping action. Going to look for it to come right back down through 45 and maybe even get into 480s today. So it's a little bit of a higher risk. Got to make sure that I come in it with a smaller size. I cut my usual sizing by like, let's say more than 1/10. So just to help me out here in Adobe, because it's such a high amount of volume. Always got to also take a look at the amount of capital that this trade takes up. And I compare it to all my other trades, even though it's really small sizing, it's more capital than the other trades. So I got to be careful with this. We'll see if I can get into a moo trade, man. This would have been really good. And look at the SQQQs now to 64. I tried, team. I tried. I put the order out there, just got no fill today. And sometimes you're going to put an order out there and you're going to miss it by a penny. That's how it was with the SQQQs today.
You've got Apple near VWAP, and you've got actually Nvidia. Let's go ahead and check that puppy out real quick on Nvidia. I am going to play this one. Let me just grab it real quick. I'm going to go ahead and grab. All right, Nvidia, you've got some call options coming into this one that's notable. Let's see. You've got the 425 calls expiring October 20th, approximately $3 million worth. That's ticker NVDA.
That's taking off now towards 1031. Going to look for pullbacks towards 1010 or 1015s on that one. And the SQQQs, if they can come back towards 1950s, I'll take a shot on the moo.
I'm in Nvidia. My stop loss is going to be approximately 129.84s. I'm in at 430.50s. I'm going to see if we can, I'm just going to hold on to this one and see if we can get a move at least to around the 432s or so. But here, let's go ahead and pop this up. This is what the options came in at 958. So right around there. So just a minute ago. And let's see if we get a continued move to the upside or not. On PayPal, we're right on that trade. Where's I thought I had moved it to MCO.
Looking at potentially a max N short, even in the Mumu account. Of course, this would have to be more of a swing trade if I'm going to take the short in, but I could see that cracking already. It looks interesting for me. I see a lot of solar stocks cracking today.
All right. That Nvidia quick move didn't happen. Tried to risk 2-to-1 on it. Didn't work out, so I'm out of Nvidia. Tried to take a quick little trade on it. But it is definitely notable, though. It's obviously very expensive. It's like $5,600 per contract. But just something to keep in mind if we do regain key levels.
SQQQ is now towards 1970s. Man, this would have been a killer trade in the Mumu. Oh, no lie. I'm going to be frustrated about that, man. That one's a little bit of a... I should have had it, man. That should have been a fire-ass Moo alert there, man. I tried to get in it. Now towards 1970s. Going to look to see if this can continue going. Still surprised. I'll tell you one thing. Tesla is going to be one of those frustrating ones. I have a feeling that it could be green all day long and then eventually leak. So I'm not going to fight Tesla today. Nvidia looks a little bit weaker. I'd maybe look at that one, but that's just fighting stocks that are super strong. I take a look at stocks to really start cracking down here to see what happens there. Looking at more like a SOX S type of trade. That's up there towards 1040s almost. And that started the day with a pullback slightly below 10. So SOX S, really nice trade there out the gates.
On PayPal, so my entry on PayPal to the long side was 67.67. I'm currently down on that one about maybe 30 cents or so. As the 15-minute did close below VWAP, I am going to go ahead and get out of this trade. If it does go and reclaim the VWAP and hold, I'll be interested in getting right back up on it. But I did have a SPY alert, and that's because we are once again in that support area. So let's see if the SPY wants to hold on to these levels and come right back up. Look at how well it did, but it's got to reclaim itself over there, or if it's going to go ahead and crack.
I can tell you at least sector outlook, everything's in the red from the open now. Technology that was green has gone red. So that's going to be my outlook to watch for recovery on the day. If technology can get back into the green, I think we could recover on the Qs. Other than that, I'm looking for leaks all day long.
Oh, man.
Microsoft pulling back, looking a little bit weaker. Apple looks like the strongest one of the bunch, also with Tesla. We'll look to see if those can come back. GSM going lower. CRM that started strong. That's also trying to pull back the VWAP. So if you're looking at stocks that are strong, I'd say those three. Apple, CRM. So that's not too bad. Tesla, those three.
On CVS, there's not much here that I personally have. Maybe a crack above 70s. You can see that was resistance, resistance, resistance. If it can go ahead and pop above, maybe that works out. But unfortunately, I don't have a lot there for you. My apologies. I'm going to go ahead and set an alert on PayPal here. Oh, my goodness.
For solar coming down too, I'm looking at that one potentially for a swing short. Zscaler and Adobe now looking pretty decent. We'll look to see if those can keep going lower. AVGO, how's that one doing? In the green right now as a strong stock. Cisco going to the red. Look to see if that can pull back a little bit more. Oracle pulling back. That one had a strong chart. Now pulling back here towards the VWAP. Look to see if it rejects 124.50s and comes right back down. That's what I'll be looking at. A move back above 125 could do a little bit of a squeeze action. We'll see what happens there in Oracle. Show you guys that chart. Historical right here. We'll look to see if it rejects there off the VWAP. Love, you still doing it? Not sure if you're still holding. No, I actually covered Love. If you want to find out all about the swing trading action, Jenny, of course, on Start Swing Trade, I cover every single one of those trades. I usually do it here too. Just probably got out of that one. Just my biggest thing is I had like a nice little 4 or 5% gainer in like a week. And I was like, well, if I see the market turning around, is this really an area I want to get caught in? Now I made it to the 200-day moving average. I could see it pulling back to 32 and then catching a bounce. But I'm really looking to try to get more American Airlines and UAL. So stocks like that, those are the stocks that I'm going to be looking at on pullbacks. Just need them to pull back a little bit more to catch that bounce. Here's stocks that's starting to pull back. I'll look for some VWAP action there. If I could get a move back towards 1015, I don't mind stocks S here on pullbacks. I'm going to be definitely also looking at the SQQQ to see what happens there, team. Can I get a pullback to 1015 here? That'd be a nice action there on SOXS. I can take more shares of SOXS, so I got to be able to kind of just balance out that, right? SQQQs looked really good. I'm going to look for that to keep going through the 1980s. If that could get to 20 today, I will sell majority of my swing trade and keep the remaining for a nice little run, right? Because, I mean, if I could get it up there to 20s today, it could even take out that Tesla loss, and we're back into the green with a little bit of shares to just play on the day. And that's what's all important. I think that's why I do a lot better on my swing trading than even my day trading, is because I'm able to go ahead and, you know, play the winners a little bit bigger, cut the losers, and just keep riding it, right? Well, today we have 5 positions in the green. I've already cut our losers on the day and taken some profits on CVX and ExxonMobil. How is those oil trades doing? Woo, let's go. Let's go. Oh, man, that's not looking too bad. That's a winner there. Now down to 103.26 there for ExxonMobil. Going to look for this to keep going down here. We'll look to see if it keeps the breakdown. Also, could take a look at Chevron. Chevron, how's that doing today? TVX down there to 153.60s. That's what I'm talking about. That's definitely kind of riding higher and giving us good profits on the day, and can look for this to keep going. Look at this breakdown on the daily candle here for Chevron. Nice little breakdown, rejection. Now coming down here towards the lows as we get through 153. I'll look to take some more profits there in Chevron and just keep riding ExxonMobil, hopefully for the 100 break from 108. Let's do it.
You've got PayPal that's looking to come back above VWAP. If it does, again, would look to enter that trade. On Nvidia, you do have a cross right back above VWAP. Again, don't forget we have the options coming as well, but those are all the way out to October. So doesn't mean it's going to go straight up today. Doesn't mean it's going to go straight up ever. That person could lose their $3 million bet. But the SPY from the support area we had drawn, finding support, but it's got to go ahead and hold and come right back up and at least go ahead and test VWAP. But at the moment, it did make a lower low. On Microsoft, this is beautiful. So we had drawn these levels in the pre-market during the show. Talked about the 338.84 area, so resistance, resistance, resistance. And today it went ahead and held on as support and give you a nice move of at least $1, if not more, actually. So if y'all traded Microsoft, congratulations on that dub.
Yeah, I could see Microsoft going lower too, because it didn't get back to 350s really quickly, and just seems like that was just like a topping action there. But it doesn't mean Microsoft completely done, but definitely can see it coming back maybe to the 9 EMA today. That's 336.88. So you could still have a couple more points on the downside there. We'll see what happens. Nvidia trying to come back. It's back above VWAP. We'll look to see if that gets hit here.
Let's see.
Meta going lower here. Apple trying to make that move, that VWAP move towards 186. Like that still hasn't pulled back enough for me. What about EMPH? I could, at least my outlook is I see downside outlook there in solar, but if you see First Solar maybe recover, maybe they come back, but right now it doesn't look good.
Well, okay, what are we doing today? Well, so keep in mind that you had the SPY that has made such a nice move. As you can see, you have like this is a daily. You had consolidation, popped up, right? So we've had a few days of just straight movement. So wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of go ahead and consolidate for a bit. You do have a gap that if it does go ahead and crack the highs here of approximately, what is that? 438.15, and maybe we can try to close the gap, which is about a point above, so it's nothing dramatic. But this is where we are currently trying to hold on to this as support.
All right, so it seems like we're getting a little bit of some slowdown action here. We'll see what happens if the Qs make another leg lower here through the 366. That's what I'm looking for the continuation of SQQQ higher here through the 1970s. Looking great there. You know, keep trying to work that swing trade.
Oh, man.
It's one of those days where I just need to keep working the trades that are working and see if we can continue riding higher. If I could get a 1950s entry in the SQQQs, I'd also like that too. But I'm just looking for slight moves back below VWAP on leverage names. What's going on out there? I see ICAD being mentioned in the chat. That's a cheap name, making a nice little run there towards 150s. We'll look to see if that holds now 150s. I liked how at least it had a decent outlook here in the pre-market, but the flag action gives me about 20 cents on the pop. So I'd look for maybe 160s, but of course that's all up to you guys. Then I look at the chart and I look at the daily chart and I can see resistance around 162. So at least that makes sense for me right now for a move above 150 to 162. We'll see if it gets up there and kind of holds up or not. ICAD. SPCE. The Space Dragon here taking off a little bit towards 530. So definitely getting the movement here. It's pulled back below 5. Will it keep going here? It's trying to catch a run here at the $5 spot. And if SPCE starts moving, we'll see if many of the other space stocks gets a little bit of a lift.
You've got Rivian that has some call options come in. A $17.50 call is expiring on July 21st. Still a couple of bucks away from that one being in the money.
See about that one. It doesn't look too bad there, at least on the chart.
PayPal right above VWAP. I'm going to wait to see if that one closes on the 15-minute. Less than 3 minutes to go on that one.
Can I get some pullback? Ooh! Chevron! Let's go! 153.50s already. Let's get through that 153. Pay me oil. Come on. All right. Setting up here 153.06 there for the next profit take in Chevron. Not going to take the profit this time in ExxonMobil because I'm looking for a little bit more. But let's see if Chevron can make a quick little dip here, and I'll take some profits. If I got to adjust to take some, I can too. I do want to take some more profits and just continue just kind of laddering down here on Chevron. Big move down in oil.
You've got Tesla with some call options coming in this time around. Let's go ahead and check out what's happening on Tesla, as you've got the 315 calls coming in on the ask expiring July 21st, approximately $2 million worth. So let's go ahead and head to Tesla, because now I'm going to want to trade that a little bit if we do get a bit of a move. Let's see. Tell you what, we'll grab some Tesla here. I got in at 265. My stop loss on it is going to be a break of 264.
You're long?
I'm long Tesla at 265.09. Stop loss for me is a break of 264. And again, those call options are the 315s. 315 calls expiring July 21st, approximately 2 million plus. They paid about $6.06. 60 cents, excuse me.
That's a brave call, man. Someone buying up here, at least those calls. I see it as a top off 266, but I can't go after it here.
Yeah, you needed to, you know, let's see. Let's kind of backtrack here a bit.
Nice little bounce off the SQQQs, off the VWAP. Didn't even get through my entry that I was looking for, so it doesn't look like I'll get that.
You have this resistance area that it needs to hold. Obviously, currently at the moment, it's not. Let me go ahead and get rid of this because it no longer applies.
I want to go short Nvidia, but I can't do it, team. It just doesn't seem smart of me. It's like it goes against all of my wisdom. So it's hard for me not to short there, but I'll tell you right now, looks juicy for me right there off the 432s, but I'm going to leave it alone. We'll see if it goes down through the 428.
I want to go
look
back.
At that. That's already cut in there. SQQQs, I'm looking for a new high day, and there you guys have it. Boom, 1975 there. SQQQs. That was really my best outlook for the trade of the day. I mean, Moo, we would have been killing it. A little frustrated, but it is what it is. SQQQs going higher here. Looking for the break on the Qs, going lower. Looking for the market to go lower here. 365.56 Qs going down here. Looking like a little bit of a breakdown here. Apple was really strong. I'm going to look for that to get weak here through the 185s. Microsoft go lower. Google start to crack. We'll see what happens on those names. Nvidia, can he go into the red? Ooh, look at that wick that Nvidia did there. I don't know if that was true action, but I have a wick down to 428. Looking the other way on Chevron, Mitch, 151 and you're in. All right, I'll take it, bro. Let it get down to 151. You could take it back and we can ride it back up. That sounds good to me, bro. I won't be mad. Kevin said you're still short Tesla. You're braver than me, Kevin. I definitely took a hit on that one today.
Yeah, on Tesla, I did go ahead and get stopped out as it cracked the 264 area. I am red on the day now.
Chevron bouncing a little bit here. Do I take a little bit more profit on Chevron? I think I am going to at least just take a little bit more profit on that one. All right, guys, let me see if I can get this here. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more profit here on Chevron at 153.83. Not too bad. I'll take the profits a little bit more off of that. So now I just have like a small runner there in Chevron. Now I'm going to leave the full size of my Exxon Mobil short just because I want that to keep working, right? I've taken some profits today, but now I've taken pretty much the same profit that I took earlier on Chevron. That was a half. Now I just made it with like a quarter size. And so that's why I'm taking the profit here also. Going to try to continue grinding this lower on Exxon Mobil. Can it eventually break that 101 and crack the 100?
SPY low a day.
Low of day? No bueno. Bueno for the SQQQs. Let's go.
Yeah, to the downside, SPY goes. So again, I'm in no positions. I am red on the day now.
1984s here on the SQQQs. A little frustrated because I don't think I'm going to be able to jump into a trade here on the Moo account, but hey, I can't get mad about that. I tried to put out the perfect order today. Maybe it was a little bit of a penny off. Should have just jumped on the 46. But I'm riding the swing trade higher. I'm trying to get to 20 now on the SQQQs.
What's interesting is that as the SPY continues to bleed lower, as you can see, PayPal is just kind of hanging on tight. So it does obviously have relative strength as the SPY is down more than 0.5%, and PayPal is up close to 2%, up about 1.5% and some change.
Nvidia, will you go red? Will you go red? Looks like it wants to, but for right now, I'm not getting in front of that. Adobe, let's go. Let's go, Adobe. Put me deep into the green there, and I could take some profits. ZS going lower. That's looking good here for the swing. Look at this. Didn't add to it earlier because it had a little bit of a bullish setup for 154 above, but now down to 151. Looking for this to really be a daily breakdown, back down towards like 140 gap. Woo! Let's go. Let's see what I get in Zscaler.
Let's see what we got here. Just patiently waiting.
Anyone thoughts on a company that files for a mixed shelf? It depends. It really depends.
Come on, PayPal. What are you going to do?
SPCE still running. We'll see about that one. Palantir tanking down. And I wouldn't say tanking, but definitely coming down really fast to the support. It had a bullish move out the gate, so I understand why you feel like that. And now really coming down fast. But the market's coming down fast. Let's just be honest. And I think that this is definitely having an effect. And look at that move down to 436 now. So boom, definitely seeing that turnaround there. The SQQQs. I'm riding this swing, baby. I was at least able to add a good amount. I got to 1917 because I added, but this is going to probably do us really nice if it gets above the 20s. At least I'm looking to make some money today. Let's go. Zscaler. Let's go. Backing towards that 151. Wait, I want to take first profits here.
Where is the date sign? Da, 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 da.
Through 149. I want to take some profits in Zscaler. I still got a little bit of ways from that. About 2 points.
Where is? I'm trying to find it.
Adobe is going to be 480s for the first profit.
All right, SPY continuing to make new lows to the downside.
Just looking for this to keep leaking down. Qs to keep working. 1991 now on the SQQQs. Looking for that to keep driving higher as the market comes down. I mean, we had a really strong last week. I had a feeling that eventually we're going to get this leak, and it seems like we're getting it now. Nvidia now down to 428s, and I maybe should have gone for that swing short on Nvidia, but it's a little bit of a risky one. We'll see if that keeps cracking back down. Tesla rejecting that 266. Oh, man, what a hard rejection there. Off 266 there. So boom, right back through that 264. If it can get back to 264.50s, I might come back in it. I mean, I might be asking for it since I lost big earlier, but we'll see what happens. Especially if I can get the SQQQs through 20s. 1997, almost there on the SQQQs. It turns right back around. Let's see if I get this 20 push now.
The Qs are breaking the pre-market lows. So that's to the downside.
All right, let me see. I get one more drive in the SQQQs. Take some profits here. Gio, you short on Nvidia? Savage. Smash the like out there, guys. Guys, enjoying the action for today. See if we can get above this 20s here.
Let's see, we're good there.
Can we do it? The dogs are barking. The dogs are barking out there. The dogs are barking today. As
Wait, you
we're
got
getting
dogs
a little
too?
down action. I got it all, man. I got the zoo
I know you
here.
got dogs. I know you got dogs too.
Dogs, cats. We got it all, baby. Taking over the world. One pet at a time.
Let's see.
Kids are too expensive, man.
Yeah, I mean, I have no insight on either of them.
They used to tell you in school that it was $1 million decision to have a kid. Now it's like a $10 million decision with inflation.
I actually wonder what it is. Let me see. Let's see if I can Google it.
Remember they used to say that thing?
Cost price.
Yeah, they used to say like there's like $1 million to have a child. That was when I was in high school, so I could imagine what it is now. I would say about 10 million. Like, you know, get them through college and everything.
Yeah.
It's expensive, man.
So it's
Denny.
30K
Yeah.
per year, apparently. I don't know how much I believe that, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe that at all. Jay Wild says, "Money Mitch speaking the truth." Yeah, dude, it's just how it is, man. It's not that we can't have kids, but this is what Elon Musk talks about all the time, right? He's like, "Oh, we're not having enough kids. It's too expensive to have kids, man. You
yeah.
don't got that Elon money." Let's go 19. I'm having a little bit of a wall there towards the 20 price, but I'm just keeping that riding higher. I just want to keep looking at the bidding action here, showing up like 80. So you see how strong green it is here on Mumu. That just shows me that the action right now in the SQQQs is still some bidding action going on. The Q's going lower here, looking like they want to break down. We'll look to see if it breaks to another level on the downside here, but definitely seeing that come down and lower. We'll see if we keep leaking.
Not really seeing anything that I'd want to trade because things are just getting to the levels I would like, but just not there. As Carvana heads to the downside, possibly support here around this 2450s or so.
I like mods. I was told you stay single, your pockets jingle. I have 5 kids.
That's funny.
I like that one. All right, guys, let's see what happens in this market, man. It's one of these days today. We're definitely seeing a little bit of some smooth jazz action in this market as we keep the leak down. Some people will be singing yes, some will be singing no. Just be careful out there, team. We'll look to see if we keep the leak.
Mama Mancini's, man, that was a fun interview. Thanks for calling that one out, Smoke Tuna. That was a nice interview and a fun one that we did just on Friday. I think it was Thursday or Friday, one of those. So a nice little move to the upside.
Meta getting a little bit hit here. I'm thinking about if I could get a little bit of a bounce, maybe getting short some Meta, but I need a pretty significant bounce. Had that earlier in the day. Should have maybe take a shot there, but missed it. AVVGO, will that go into the red now? Now going into the red. There's 20 on the SQQQs. There we go. About to get a little bit of I'm looking for a little bit more pop there. It hit 20 and it turned right back around. Let's see if we can get just slightly over this 20, and then I'll take some profit.
Part of me wants to go long at 435 on the SPY. We'll see.
Looking for a little bit more pop here in the SQQQs to take some profit. Come on. Get on up. Trying to take some profits, man.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can take a shot. I do have an order out there to purchase some SPY at 435s.
All right, looking for that little run here. Now getting it into the 2002s. There's some bidding action here. Now they're driving in a little bit. Let's see if we can get it towards 2005 at least.
Oh my God.
Can I get hit there? Still not getting hit. Canceling order right now. I had an order at that 2005 there for a second. Now 2003s. 2004s. There we go. Come on, one more set there. There's the bid action. Now it looks like we should get a little bit more pop there. Looking for it.
Come on. You ain't going to fill me first.
Let's fill us both.
This came low. You had the low as 7 cents. So 7 cents away from getting our entry on that one.
All right, 2004. Being a little picky here. There's 2004 is there on the offer. Again, they take it 1 more cent here. There it is. There's 2004 on the bid. I'll hit that. Boom. There we go. Money, 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 money. Let's go, baby. Taking some
Nice
more
trade.
profits. Let's do it. Let's do it. Not a bad one there. Not a bad one at all. Get a little bit of some money today. We need it after that Tesla trade. Money. All right, SQQQ took about half of it off there. Could take majority of it off there, but it's looking like a really nice day on that. So I'm keeping a little bit more to sell a little bit later today. We'll see if that could keep pushing through the 20s. Really wanted to hold VWAP from now on. That's a 1968 on pullbacks. No matter what, this will be a winning swing trade there on the SQQQs. ZS, though, look at that. That's one I want to take some profits right now. All right, let's see if I can get it here. Boom. There we go. Taking some profits in Zscaler. Nice move to 149.11s there. Was able to take it off there. Not a bad move at all. Look at that. Bam! Money, 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 money. Man, it's getting it going here. Let's go. Get to the chopper. Because I'm going after these shorts, baby. There you guys see it. Zscaler down there to 149 from 154 of a swing from Friday. Look at that turnaround there. It's looking good there now in Zscaler. Adobe really close to taking some profits on that one. Just looking for a cut down through the 480s here. So if I could get a slight move to 480s, I'll take some profits there. We'll look to see if we get that cut down. Not looking too bad on the swing trade action. And the SQQQs continuing to grind.
Nice trade there, pal. You've got the SPY that's so close to our fill at 435s. Matter of fact, we missed this time around by 3 cents. So if this goes back to the 50-cent area without getting us our fill, I will go ahead and just not even try to trade it because then the move has already happened. I just didn't get my entry. I'm also going to go ahead and try some PayPal here. And the reason being is because if we go ahead and take a look at this. So you had resistance here. Resistance here. We popped up. Now do we hold on to support? That's what I'm betting on. So I'm in. Let me see. Where's my exact trade? I'm in with 100 shares at 67.15. Let's see. What's my stop loss on this? All right, there's 50 cents on the SPY move that we wanted. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that trade. But hopefully, if you were able to get in the trade, congratulations to you. I missed my entry by a few cents, but my PayPal is rocking and rolling. 66.73. All right, come on now. Come on, PayPal. Come on, PayPal. Nvidia heading up, you say? Let's go ahead and check out Nvidia. Yep, didn't go red. Still green on the day. Tesla looking to come right back up. Now, keep in mind, this area was resistance on Friday. We'll see how it behaves now.
Microsoft leaked. That was for sure. We got up there to 2006 there for the SQQQs. I think we could do a pullback here, maybe towards the VWAP, maybe 1971s, but we'll see what happens on that one. I'm going to continue just grinding that higher.
Still good to buy PayPal calls. So I'm in the equity. I'm not in any calls. If I were to get in some calls, whether it's the weekly or a little bit further out, I would say a break a low a day, I'm out. So if it goes ahead and breaks this 66.80, I would be out. That would be my game plan. We are currently 19 cents in the money on our PayPal trade.
All right, seeing what else is looking out there. You guys smash it up out there. Keep putting up names and stick around, guys, at 11 o'clock. You guys got the brand new show, our latest show, Zunaid, coming up.
Yeah, you've got the Trader Bacon show, which is going to be hosted by our man Gates. He'll be hosting. I'll be in the back producing it. We've got a nice guest, Mr. Flores, who's been a successful trader. You guys can actually check this tweet out if you'd like more insight on who the guest is, what's coming up at 11 o'clock. Should be a good one. I know Gates had prepped the show like an hour. They had a call with Mr. Flores, so
There you
it
go,
should
guys.
be a fun and informative show. But check that tweet out. Show it some love. And if you're interested, please do stick around, as you should be redirected, Mitch, if you could double check that it is in fact
Already
the case.
did, man. You're good to go,
Appreciate
my
ya.
friend. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, it should be a fun one.
All right, we'll see what else is going on out there, team. And definitely later this week, just to kind of give you guys like event outlook, right? I'm just always trying to get you guys at least an outlook and knowing what's to come. On the 21st, tomorrow, we'll have, of course, a pretty cool virtual event for you guys. Biotech companies to watch. Don't miss that tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. You knocking out some companies on that tomorrow, Zunaid?
Nope.
No, not you. What?
Nope. Hey, man.
What? Zunaid, I got to do it all here, man.
Speaking of which, I got to see which of these meetings we can reschedule.
Right? Pinky's on up to that, man. I tell you the truth. I love meetings, but not like on a Monday. And for me, this is like a Monday, right?
Yeah,
it's like,
dude, I am.
Just give me one day to like kind of get into the swing of things.
Yeah, dude, I am not in the vibe.
Yeah, I'm more in the action mode on Mondays, and this feels like a Monday to me.
Let's see what we got. So today's the 20th. I've got my next call. So I've got the Trader Bacon show at 11. Then my next call is at 11:30.
I like that outlook being mentioned in the chat. I'm willing to take a shot, not necessarily on options because that's not the way I would go about things. But why not short CCL right back down? Seems interesting for me. It's coming back here. 1590 seems to make sense for me. I'd have to risk off of like 1611. Doesn't look too bad there. Of course, I was long the cruise lines for a while. Rolled that up. Will I short it to see the turnaround? And so this is the outlook there for CCL. I'd like to get the VWAP slightly above 1590s. Resistance around like 1592s. Rejects that. Could use like 1605s or something, or 1610s. Keeping a look at it. All right, putting up back the moo life. We'll see what happens if the SQQQs can keep grinding higher. How much is the short for CCL on Moo? Okay. About 3%. Not too bad. What is that?
Our first take profit on PayPal is slightly under the 67.50s. We're currently about 20 cents in the money, but we're looking to be about 40 cents in the money.
Look to see if CCL can make that turn to the downside.
Oh, man.
Adobe still hasn't gotten to my profit takes, but I'm just going to look to let that just continue working. Chevron, can that keep going lower? It did get eventually towards 152.26. I'll look to see if that can keep breaking down. If oil can keep breaking down overall, crude went from above 70s that I've been talking about, now back down to 69.65. Big level for me is going to be watching, do we break down the levels that we keep bouncing off of? for oil. We go down to 68. We go down to 67. Recently, we went to 68. Will we break through the 68s, go to 60, like 66, 65? That's what I'm looking for in WTI to show me that we can keep going down on oil.
Give me a sec here, pal.
MSOS from the lows. Who's trading that cannabis left?
The 10 that's right here.
Hopefully on this presidential election, we can finally maybe get cannabis on the ballot. That's what should happen, man. That would turn around some cannabis investments. CCL to 1586. We'll see if that can keep going. I'm still looking to see if maybe I take a short on that, but just kind of keeping patient for the trades that I have. Look at the leak in the Qs. The Qs just keep leaking here. This has been giving me no confidence that we're coming back on the day. SPY still, it's at least sideways consolidation there on the SPY, but the Qs look pretty weak on the day. I'm going to look to see if this gets even worse on the day and we just keep going down, down, down. Baba going down. Chinese stocks getting hit today, that's for sure. Disney going lower, 89, 86. When Netflix turn around and go red, Netflix with a big green bar out the gates, shook all that kind of pre-market action. Now coming back to these levels, it looks interesting if it could bounce here for the bulls at least. I'm sure the bulls are looking at this 432 right now. We'll see what happens there in Netflix on the day.
All right, PayPal. I went ahead and took gains on the first part of it, so I am out.
There you go.
On PayPal.
I like that one. Had that one on Friday. Sold that one early, that's for sure. It had good news this morning, though, that actually kept it riding a little bit higher on the daily. We'll look to see if that can keep pushing. I like if it could hold like Friday's high, 66, 67.15 to the close. Anything above that on the day, you're still looking better for a little bit of a trend higher. Where does it pull back today? 67, 66.78. So it seems like it wants to hold 67 on pullbacks. Doesn't look too bad. Definitely see that support there, Zunaid.
Oh, man. Yeah. We'll see if it's able to kind of reclaim those levels and head to the upside or not.
SPCE defining gravity, saying somebody in the chat. There he goes. 550s, 551s, right back to the upside.
Did it test 5 again? Here, I'd be a little annoyed if it did.
Not 5. I mean, you had that opportunity right out the gates at 10. 10 a.m.
Yeah, we retested it on the 5.
Yeah, that was a good level to go off of at least. He had really nice close bunch up levels that you could have gone off there for SPCE. VWAP multiple times. Nice little opening range also to the upside.
Yeah. If you're looking to go short the SPY, I think the closer you go short to 436.68, the better. Oh my God, feel sick now. The closer you get to 436.68, the better on the SPY. Nice little bounce from the 435. We tried to play this one. We missed the entry by 3 cents. So it is what it is. It's the pot of life. But PayPal now moving to the upside. Let's go, baby. We've still got some shares remaining. We're hoping for this one to go ahead and reclaim over VWAP so we can go ahead and continue to take our second profit target, which is actually coming up here in 4 cents. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm just going to go ahead and close out of it. So I'm out of another third here on PayPal. Now the 1/3 that is remaining, I'm going to see if we can somehow go ahead and get to high a day. But nonetheless, I am out of my PayPal trade as it is coming up to VWAP. The remaining shares that I do have, I'm moving that to break even, so we cannot go red on this trade.
All right, let's keep going, team. We'll see what else is going on out there. Now we're starting to see SPCE go higher. I did see a rejection there on CCL around the 1590s. So I'm willing to take a little bit of a shot on the swing trade account to see what happens there. Can't do it in the moo. I think it's just a little bit too high of risk there for me. But I could see a leak out all day today. So don't see that as a bad trade there. I'm going to take a little bit of a smaller trade here, but we'll see what happens. Just grabbed a little bit there at 1586. Yeah, 1586 entry there, going short side on Carnival Cruise Line. and looking for the SQQQs to just continue grinding. If it can pull back here to 1975, that's kind of the support on the VWAP there. I'll look to see if that does pull back there for the SQQQs. That's Carnival there. Let's take a look here at the SQQQs. If that could bounce off VWAP 1973s, 1975s, it still won't look too bad for me to kind of continue driving. The Qs could make a move back to VWAP here, starting to come back there to 365. We'll see what happens on the day. It's one of those days where you just got to keep battling. And we did get a little bit of a leak, but we could always get a recovery. I think you always just got to keep in mind what those levels are for you. Now, at least from the open, technology is nowhere near the top again. So that's why I don't feel like this is coming back, because technology is like now middle of the pack on the downside on technology. So for me, that outlook tells me that, yeah, we could still see lower technology on the day. You can see we had a little bit of a bounce back, but still not coming back. Cyclicals getting hit hard today. Healthcare is the one that is coming back right now. Healthcare plans, I saw CVS mentioned earlier. You're seeing UNH up a significant amount. That's getting a little bit of a lift. That's helping there. Drug manufacturers, major ones. Lilly, nice little up move. Johnson & Johnson. Merck. Merck is one chart that I've been looking at for a little bit of a while now, looking like it's interesting here on the daily levels to go off of kind of this 110 and reverse to the upside. Actually don't mind this outlook, especially if we're going to keep coming down here and cracking in the market. Will we move there from growth to value? I'm looking at Merck as a potential swing trade. All right, we'll see what happens to some of these names. Of course, healthcare doing well today. And what's getting hit the most? Energy, basic materials, and real estate. Financial services behind that. Consumer cyclical. KRE probably getting a beating today. Yeah, getting a beating today there in the KRE. You guys can see that right here. Back down, not through the 44s, and not looking good there for regional banks, at least today.
All right, you've got a VWAP, by the way, rejecting PayPal at the moment, but again, we're still in a third of our size to see if we can get a pop above or not. Let's see what's going on. The SPY, as now we are a point from the support that we had identified at this 435. VWAP is still about another point higher, 75 cents higher.
Looking for the slow grind. The slow grind. Adobe. Coming back a little bit here. Look to see if that can keep leaking there. One stock that I want to keep on radar was Avis, which was car today, but that hasn't been doing much. It did do a little bit of a spike earlier in the day, but hasn't been able to remain strong. We'll see what happens on that stock. $19.90s pulling back here on the SQQQs, catching a little bit of a bounce. It's about 10:47. We'll be wrapping up in just about 13 minutes here. Don't go anywhere, team. We got a lot more for you right here on Benzinga. Smash the like out there. I'm going to throw up here some, of course, you guys can check out Moo. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out, I'm going to give you guys a link to go ahead and learn more about it. I did see a question in the chat about Moo. And the swing trades are not in the Moo account. The swing trades are in a different account. Moo, you see here, this is our small account challenge where I'm trying to build here from a 500 account at 575 in the standings right now.
Yeah, my Moo account is like 0. I am terrible at small account challenges.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to do, man. You have to stay as disciplined as can be. And if you take shots, that's going to be one way to kind of really expand the upside, but also could be one of the ways that you kind of get hit on it, right? And so, sure. I mean, hey, you took your shots, right? That's all you can do sometimes too. I think it's just all about going about it and how what's the goal, right? If the goal is to build the account to like a big size, you eventually will need to take some shots. But I think the important thing there is also, like, let's say if you're a new trader, you might just want to have some trades underneath your belt. So staying small as possible might be the best way to go. But really, it's all about you. Just figure out what works best for your personality. Are you an experienced trader? Are you a new trader? And you can learn a lot of these stuff, of course, even in Mumu's educational side. So there's a lot of educational there free for you if you get an account. Just go ahead and check out that link, guys. And like I've mentioned, you can get up to 15 free stocks right now and a free share of Tesla or Google if you deposit at least $5,000 right now. Success. Yeah, man, that's a little bit of a frustrating one. I saw it as it was breaking 10-15s. I just didn't feel like it had enough juice today. But I mean, does it have enough juice? That's still a nice little run there to 1050, right? It's about a 40-cent move. You just got to be able to understand your risk to reward. I stayed off of it because I didn't get the SQQQ, but I probably should have just switched over there to Success. And it was lagging the action. Now up there to 1049.
All right, pal. I'm going to go ahead and head to the other stream. We would love for all of you to join us for the new show that is the Trader Bacon Show. We'll look to give away a couple of accounts as well. We gave away some last week, and so we'll look to do that again today as well. So make sure you guys join us. You can go ahead and maybe get yourself a little bit of a prop firm eval account for free. Save you about $150, $200 or so. So we'd love for you to join us on the other side of that and help us make that show a success. But Mitch, I will see you tomorrow, pal.
I'll see you, my friend. Get some rest. All right, let's keep going. We'll see what else is going on. Zunaid's getting out of here. We'll wrap up the show in just a couple seconds here. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm going to try to get us as close to possible to the Trader Bacon Show. That's coming up next. And, of course, going to keep taking some trades. Let's review the action right now. Let's see if the Qs can go a little lower here. I'm looking for rejection of the 365 move and just another leg lower. Will we get it here? Will it hold the 365 and hit that downside action? I'm going to take a shot now, guys. I've been feeling a little bit more brave on the day. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and take a shot here on Nvidia. Just took a little bit short there on Nvidia. Of course, I'm going to try to go about this a little bit smaller here. Ooh, didn't get the fill. I blew through it, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I tried to get the fill there on Nvidia. I put the order out, just no fill there. I'm going to look to see if I get a pullback fill here. See if I can get that. There we go. Just got hit there on that little pullback there. So that little pullback got me into a little bit of a piece of Nvidia here at 428.62s. Let's see if this goes lower. I'm going to hold off the 430s to keep it really tight right now. So instead of risking a lot, I'm going to risk a small amount here and look for a bigger move to the downside. So I'm already setting a stop there to just protect me if it does go back above the 430s. I'm going to do 430.60 area to risk a little bit more. But there we go. Just set that stop there. Now just let it work. We'll see what happens if Nvidia just gets crushed down. All right, going back to Mumu, let's take a look here at the Explorer tab. And you guys can see here the heat map, not looking too bueno. A lot of red action. So I'm going after some of these names. I talked about how Merck seems like a good to the upside name for me. But I'm going to look to see if that can pull back on the day and give me a shot there to get in on that one. Taking a shot in Nvidia, took a shot there in Carnival today to the downside. I see some smaller names mentioned in the chat there. VCIG, EVLO, getting a nice little day today. BFRI, we've heard about that one move before. SPCE, of course, making a decent day, almost 15% there. And AAOI. So keep your eyes. One thing I do see here is the advanced decline or distribution showing me what? 5,935 stocks in the red from 0 to 3%. Shows me more and more that we're on that red side today and we keep getting hit. I'm taking more of shot. There's the Qs going lower. So it doesn't look too bad there for my trade. Let's see if the SQQQs can continue grinding higher through the 20s. Taking a shot today, guys. Taking a shot. So of course, so one thing that is, I see Tech in the chat. Tech, I think one thing that you got to take a look at is take a look at our swing trading show. We have another show called Start Swing Trade where we explain a little bit more of the swing trading action. I just try to talk and keep up with the action. So if you want to learn a little bit more of the swing trading action and what goes on there, check out Start Swing Trade. That's from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every single day. That's going to be later today. Start Swing Trade. Of course, that starts up at 3 p.m. Eastern. I'll talk a little bit more about that process there. I don't want to take up too much of the show for it here. Today, on this show, of course, live trading with Benzinga, we try to do a little bit more of day trading, but I also keep up with my swing trades on here just to kind of give you guys the outlook of what I'm looking at. Of course, that's going to be later today on Start Swing Trade right here on Benzinga, so you don't got to go anywhere. All right, here's the SQQQ trying to push through the 20s and trying to continue grinding higher here. Doesn't look too bad. Of course, the top trades of the day has been the oil trades on Chevron and ExxonMobil to continue grinding into the green with those. We'll look to see if WTI can go lower on the day. And of course, Zscaler has been a pretty good one on the day, now going towards the 148s. Going to continue trying to grind this one towards the support. Next stop for me could be towards 146. I'm going to go down there towards the 145 and then eventually the 140 range. 140 will be top profits here because I think we could get into this gap. I'm not going to try to push it into the gap completely, but if it can get anywhere near that gap, I'll take the profits and run. All right. Yeah, and definitely you can look around online dictionary for like kind of the slower understanding about what swing trades are and how you go about them. But of course, I explained that in Start Swing Trades. So I'll see you later today at 3 p.m. Tech. All right, let's keep going. We'll see what else is going on in the market. Definitely a down day on the day here. Apple was really strong, right? Well, you're starting to see it gets a little bit weaker here. We'll look to see if this can ever recover on the day. If this recovers, take a look at it, right? Because this is a stock that is still holding up on the day. CRM was one of those stocks that could also recover. Look at this, right? This looks like a stock that could recover. If you're a bull and you're looking for stocks that are recovering, I wouldn't look at stocks that are getting tumbled down, like say an AMD. I'd look at a little bit more like CRM, Tesla, those names that have hanged out by the VWAP. Those look a little bit better. We'll find out what happens on the day. All right, later today, you will get some earnings stocks, of course. There is one earnings I think you guys should keep an eye out for. So watch out for a stock today, of course. What's going to be reporting? Who knows the stock? FedEx, of course. We'll see what happens on that stock. It's already getting a beating here and turning around after this stock has been really strong and has come back all the way close to this 240 mark. I don't think anybody would have gave it that ride back up. So will we see this start to come right back down? I feel like this is one that we could be seeing get a hit and hitting the market tomorrow. So watch out there, team. Could see some more downside coming in. All right, getting a little bit of a bounce in the markets. We'll look to see what happens with this and the NASDAQ and some of these stocks. Will they be able to bounce? Will we see this heat map end green by the end of the day? All right, that's going to do it for us. It's about 10:57. We're going to wrap it up and bring you guys over to the Trader Bacon Show. That's coming up next. That's starting up at 11 a.m. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot for you guys right here on Benzinga. Full show access today. And later today, we'll have a great show on, of course. We're going to put out some interviews from VCon. Now, like I always like to talk about what our interviews are going to be about. Interviews going to be released at 4 p.m. Eastern today. Elevate your brand with industry titans, of course. Brace yourself for an immersive experience. Learn from Vayner Web3's visionary president of VFriends and the genius behind Base at Coinbase. You guys don't want to miss it. You guys will learn a lot more about how to get that branding up. And also, of course, this was more of an entrepreneur conference. So if you want to learn about the best conference to get business connections, check out our interviews from VCon. That's coming out 4 p.m. Eastern today. And trust me, there's still some good stuff in there that you might not want to miss. All right, see you guys later today. Now to bring you over to the Trader Bacon. And of course, check out Moo Moo like always. A little bit of some Moo Moo action here today. We'll keep battling out there, team. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Smash the like on the way out. Let's keep pushing it, team. Like always, we'll see you next time right here on Live Trading with Benzinga.
Check